Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Wednesdays with Vanna. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a news update from the new products from NVIDIA. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is that the H100, or the Hopper architecture for the new GPUs that NVIDIA are launching pretty much this month, has finally been tested in the MLPerf testings. So the MLPerf is a industry standard benchmark test which everybody who basically wants to do anything with neural networks or ML and test and kind of see, where they all sit on the leaderboards, they all subscribe to this type of test. And it really involves running about 6 different types of neural network models across the new architecture, so across that H100 card. So, for instance, they'll be looking at things like speech recognition. They'll be looking at things like image recognition, general recommender engines. They'll be looking at computer vision, and also, obviously, the very popular BERT model, which is a very, very large natural language processing model. So once they run all these benchmarks, the data is collated, and they really then release what those stats were. And it gives us effectively some form of measurement to see what the progress of this new version of the GPUs is over the previous generation that we have. So how much better is the H100 over the old A100? Well, that has been released. So what we do know is that the new H100 on pretty much all of the tests on inference and on training of models have effectively increased by 4.5%. It's not percent, 4.5 times. So this is a huge improvement over the previous generation architecture, 4.5 times better in terms of performance for all of this. So what this means is that if you are looking at trying to get the best performance, and you are looking at making an investment within the AI space, typically on-prem hardware, then you will want to be considering the new H100 or the DGX H100, which will be launching now in September from NVIDIA. Well, at least that was the last update that we had from them. So that's the Hopper H100, and that really tells us that they're making massive strides. It's getting us up to that 1 trillion parameter input into models and being able to process those. And this is significant stuff within the AI world. The second thing that was also tested is the new Orin, the Jetson AGX Orin. And this is basically the edge compute component that NVIDIA produced. The previous one was the Xavier version. New one is the Orin one. And the Orin includes the Ampere architecture, and they pair this with ARM processors, right? So it's a really, really compact package that is typically used in robotics, edge processing, and really getting your inference closer to the source of your data, right? So it's really, really small package that is typically used in certain types of embedded computing at the edge. Now, the Orin has proved to be about 5 times more powerful than the previous Xavier version. And not only that, but the power reduction is double that of, or 2 times less than what the Xavier was in requirement. So that, in today's context, when we, really concerned about how we power these elements up and the energy consumption for those, is something very, very specific, especially when we're trying to, do these things out in areas that might be difficult to get sustainable energy processes to, or products to that. So that really gives us the 2 big updates in terms of performance. This is an exceptional benchmark that they've hit, and really sets the tone for the market in terms of GPU specifications and performance. They are still the leaders when it comes to this. In fact, the next 70 submissions from different individuals or different entities to this MLPerf are all using NVIDIA GPUs within their solutions. So on top of this, with all of the benchmarks now being done, there's also been a lot of certifications done to the OEM builders, such as Supermicro, Dell, and all the compute builders out there. So they are able to use now the H100 GPU within their compute stacks, and they've been certified by NVIDIA to deliver those compute solutions to the general market. So we're looking forward to that. You might be going for the DGX straight from NVIDIA, getting the whole white glove service that is with them, or you might just want to go with a vendor that you know very well and that you prefer to work with. So the options are there for you to use those too. On top of that, also, the improvement in performance has not just been because of the actual update in the hardware, but also because of the improvements in the actual software that is used there. So these are obviously, available through the NGC, and you'll be able to, get hold of all of those pieces of software. Most of them are open source from NVIDIA in terms of the models, and this combined with the hardware has made the performance so much better. Even, the A100, the previous generation, has also actually been gaining in performance because of those software enhancements that's been made. So NVIDIA really investing in the ecosystem. Just because you got the A100 does not mean that you don't benefit from the software upgrades that they're really pushing, and they're really trying to squeeze every ounce of processing power out of the GPUs that you can have today. So that's the wrap for our news today on what's new with NVIDIA and what they've been up to. So thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Whiteboard Wednesdays with Vanna. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our LinkedIn page.